Hi Kita Vav. This week's video is on Midrash. What is Midrash and why does it exist? So we're going to begin with the why. If the Torah is what we as Jews turn to for our law and how to live our life, then why do we need anything else if the Torah is everything? So you know from our study of Torah so far this year that there are many things that come up for which we do not have an answer. For example, why were we not introduced to Avram until he was 75 years old? What did he do during the first 75 years of his life that made him worthy of being chosen to be the father of our people by God? Another example, why did God put the tree of knowledge in Gan Eden if it was going to be so tempting to Adam and Chava? And another example is the story of Ham and Noah, which we discussed quite extensively in class. And in fact, you all wrote your own Midrashim to explain what happened when Ham entered the tent of his father Noah. So if we take all of these examples, you could see that Midrash exists to help us understand things that are said in the Torah, but which leave room for interpretation. There are two types of Midrash. There's Midrash Halacha and Midrash Agadah. I'm just going to go off track for one moment and tell you that the plural of Midrash is Midrashim. Okay, so now let's go back to Midrash Halacha and Midrash Agadah. You know from our earlier classes that the word halacha means law. So I'm sure that you can deduce from this that Midrash Halacha seeks to clearly explain in more detail than appears in the Torah, the laws outlined in the Torah. Midrash Agadah, on the other hand, can take any word, group of words, phrase, or story from the Torah and seek to make it more understandable and relevant to our lives. We do a lot of this in class. When we talked about Noah being a righteous man in his generation, we talked about why that phrase was used and what exactly did that mean. Why didn't the Torah just say that he was a righteous man? The very famous story of Abraham and his father's shop of warring idols is Midrash Agadah. So the word Agadah actually does not have a direct translation like halachat does, meaning law. The Hebrew Haggadah means telling, while the Aramaic root agad, aleph gimel dalid, has the dual meaning of expanding or drawing out and binding or drawing in. So if you take these three definitions and you put them together, the telling, which expands or draws out or binds things together or draws it in, it's a perfect definition for what we use Midrash Agadah for. There are renowned volumes of text in which the Midrashim of the great rabbis has been collected. And as you know, there is a Midrash on almost every single page of the Chumash that you use in Eitz Chaim. So that's it for now. Hopefully this little video has taken the things that we've discussed in class regarding Midrash and bound it all together in a more understandable way. Your assignment this week is to choose something that we discussed in class, either this week or in past weeks, and write a short Midrash Agadah. This can just be a few sentences. It doesn't have to be expanded upon greatly. In fact, you can write an outline and then tell us your own story in class. Please don't choose any of the examples that I used in the video. Okay, guys, that's it for now.